We all see products, ideas, and behaviors that catch on, whether it's at the grocery store, a television show, a new service. But one question is why? Why do some things become popular while others fail? We've spent over a decade understanding the science of social transmission, the psychology of talk, of word of mouth, and we've packaged these scientific principles into 6 concepts that people can apply. My name is Jonah Berger. I'm author of Contagious: Why Things Catch On. If you think about it though, why is word of mouth more effective? So there are 2 key reasons. And I know you probably didn't know today was going to be participatory, but I'm used to teaching, so since we're a small audience, I like to engage folks. Any idea what those 2 reasons are? Why is word of mouth more effective than traditional advertising?
Trust factor.
Trust. Yeah, so we don't really trust ads, but we trust our friends. Right. We know when we see that ad, 9 out of 10 dentists love this toothpaste, or everyone loves the new Tide. Well, I'm not so sure about that. You've never seen an ad that says, this new formula is terrible, or you'll hate this product. No one enjoys this. Because ads are always positive, right? You don't know whether to believe them or not. Whereas your friends will say, oh, I saw this movie and it's great, or oh, I saw this movie and it's terrible. You know they have your best interests at heart. So that first idea is trust. The second one is a little more nuanced, and that's the targeting benefit of word of mouth. So think about if you're trying to sell a product, maybe you're trying to sell skis, you want to figure out who your customers are and how to reach them. So maybe you advertise in a ski magazine, for example, because you know that that'll be easier to reach skiers than other sort of media. But the problem is many people that read that magazine might not be in the market for skis at the moment, right? They already have skis. They don't need new ones. And so you're spending your advertising dollars hitting people that aren't interested. Digital advertising has helped. It's trying to be a little more targeted, but it's only based on the information they have. Word of mouth is extremely targeted. So if you don't have kids, no one's going to go on and on and on about a great website for baby clothes. If you don't like spicy food, no one's going to tell you about a new Indian restaurant that has fantastic curries. They're only going to tell you about things that they think at least might interest you based on what they know about you. And so I like to think about as word of mouth as sort of like a searchlight, going through the social network, finding the people that are most interested in that information that's going to be shared. So imagine you're in New York for the weekend and you're walking down on the Lower East Side when you're looking for something to eat. You notice a restaurant with a huge hot dog shaped sign out in front and the words "Eat Me" written on it in what looked like mustard. So, I haven't had a hot dog in a while, why not? So you walk down a flight of stairs into a restaurant called Criff Dogs. If you like hot dogs, Criff Dogs would be your paradise. So you're sitting there enjoying your hot dog, you munch and you finish up. When you notice in the corner is what looks like an old style phone booth. Something like Clark Kent might have jumped into to change into Superman. Slide open that door and walk inside sort of the cramped phone booth. And look on the wall and you'll notice there's actually a rotary dial phone. Just for fun, stick your finger in the number 2 and go around in a circle and hold the receiver up to your ear. Someone will pick up the other line and they'll ask you whether you have a reservation. Reservation? I'm in a phone booth inside of a hot dog restaurant. What would I have a reservation for? But if you happen to have a reservation or they happen to have space, the back of this phone booth will open and you'll be led into a secret bar called Please Don't Tell. Please Don't Tell has violated a number of traditional laws of marketing. There's no sign on the street. There's no sign inside the restaurant. They've made it really hard to find out about them. Yet they've never advertised, and every day they're full. You've ever tried to call there at 3 p.m., the phone line's open for that evening? You have to hit redial again and again to get through. If you get through, by 3:30, all the seats are gone. They made themselves a secret. Now, there's a funny thing about secrets. Think about the last time someone told you a secret. They told you not to tell anyone else, to keep it to yourself. What'd you do with that information? You told someone else, right? And that's because secrets make us look good. Knowing special information that not everyone else has access to makes us look special. And that's this idea of social currency. Just like the car we drive and the clothes we wear, the things we say affect how other people see us. It's status by association. Let me show you a clip from a company that was able to get over 100 million views for a blender.
Will it blend? That is the question. I love my new iPhone. It does everything. But will it blend? That is the question. Let's find out. I think I'm going to push the smoothie button. I smoke. Don't breathe this. Now, you fans on YouTube have asked me to blend an iPhone, so I did it. But I have another.
So it's a company, Blend Tech. They're out of Utah. A new marketing hire, George Wright, comes in. His first day in the office, he notices on the floor a big pile of sawdust. So he goes to one of his colleagues, why is there sawdust on the floor? Are we expanding? What's going on? His colleague goes, no, the CEO is doing what he tries to do every day, break blenders. CEO would take 2x4 pieces of wood, golf balls, marbles, Bic lighters, anything he could find, throw them in the blender, and try to see if the blender was tough enough to cut it. And now George saw this and he said, this is genius. This is going to be a viral home run. He took a $50 marketing budget, not $50 million, not $50,000, $50, filmed his CEO. You guys laughed at that poor guy, right? He's not an actor. He's the CEO of the company, so that's why he's a little goofy. Filmed his CEO doing what the CEO was already doing, throwing stuff in blenders. Posted them online. These things got thousands upon millions of views. This one in particular has over 10 million. The set has over 100 million. But the most remarkable part about it is this is for a blender. Okay? Who would talk about and share a blender? No one's trying to sell blenders, but this is such remarkable content that people pass it on because it's entertaining and it makes them look smart and in the know. And so here they figured out by harnessing the inner remarkability, they would get people able to talk about blenders. We can do this for any product or idea. Right? It's not easy. You might have said, oh, there's no way they could have done this with blenders. But by thinking about what makes something remarkable, it's not even clear, by the way, that this is the only company whose blender does this. It's not even clear this is a point of differentiation. Almost all blenders may do this. But you definitely know this blender is tough, and sales went up 700% after these videos were released.
It's a human vision, legacy we want to leave behind us.